It's Debbie with the Food Prepping channel, and today I am coming to you after a while. Have y'all missed me? I have just had a lot on my mind. I have kind of gotten worn out, whatever the word is, for YouTube and keto and cooking period. I have just had a lot going on with my mom, my kids. My Regina quit, and I had another nurse come back, and she only worked for like a week, and then she was my friend, and we had known each other for 10 years, and she just quit, and now I've got another girl. Her name is Alicia, and I think she's gonna do good here. And anyway, I'm gonna try to be back as much as I can. I'm gonna do a video pretty soon on what's really been going on and how I've been doing and all. But today I'm going to be making a big pot of chili. And I know you're saying, well, here it is, the weather, it's summertime, and chili is a winter dish, but it's really not. You can eat chili anytime. And what I'm doing is, in here I have got one of those big containers that you can get at Sam's of chili, and this is just the chili sauce is what this is. And I'm heating this up, and I'm going to use half of it in the chili beans that I'm making. I've got my beans that I canned. I'm going to use 2 cans of pinto beans and 1 can of kidney beans, of the beans that I canned. And then I've got a can of tomato sauce, a jar of tomato sauce that I canned, and I'm going to put that in here. But I just wanted to start off and say hi to y'all, and that I've missed you, and hopefully I can get the oomph to get back into doing this again. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a video pretty soon of what's been going on with me and why I'm not doing keto and all this. But today I'm making these chili beans, and right now I'm just heating up this chili. I've got a whole pepper, green bell pepper, and an onion that I'm going to cut up, and I'm going to fry some hamburger. This is chili sauce, and it's got meat in it, but we like big things of ground beef in it. So I'm going to cook this first, and then I'll bring you back in a little while. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Alright, so I have over here, I know you can't see, but over here is my pot of chili. I cooked the chili in this pot, and it was one of those 3-pound containers. I think it's 3-pound containers from Sam's for chili sauce. And I've got that in here, over here in the pan. In this pan, I've got 2 pounds of ground chuck, 1 large onion, and 1 bell pepper that are cooking. And while this is cooking, I'm going to put everything in the chili beans or whatever. So you can see I've got my cans of beans here. I've got 2 cans of my canned chili beans that I'm going to put in this big pot. I'm losing all my strength, y'all. That's another thing that's really going wrong with me. I've got my rotator cuffs on both my right shoulder and my left shoulder have gone bad, and I'm having a really, really hard time with that. And from what I can understand, the surgery to repair your rotator cuff or replace it or whatever really doesn't do much good. So I haven't worried. I worry with it every day because I've just lost all strength. All right, here's my second can of pinto beans. Once I get all the stuff in this pot, I will show you. Alright, so that's two. I have 2 quart jars of pinto beans in here. And then I have a quart jar of kidney beans. These are all the ones that I canned. Now I have one of my cans of tomato sauce, tomato juice, whatever. It doesn't really make any difference. And I'm going to put that in here. This is a quart of tomatoes. Alright. And then I've got a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. I'm going to put those in here. This is going to be a huge pot of chili beans. But it's the way it goes. I've got stuff that I gotta use. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff. Alright, now I've got a 15-ounce can of just Hunt's tomato sauce that I'm going to put in here. And I may have to add some water, I'm not sure. I'll just have to wait. Now I'm going to stir this up. Because I've still got to put the hamburger in here. Alright, now I've got a bunch of spices that I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put in like 4 tablespoons of dark chili powder. 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it's 4 tablespoons of dark chili powder. Then I've got chipotle chili powder. I'm going to put a teaspoon of that in here. Oops, a little bit more than that. Alright, I poured some back. Alright, hold on. This is one of them stupid numbers. Alright, and then I'm going to put a teaspoon of Ancho chili powder in here. I'm going to put about a half. Does it need to be cut down? Alright, I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of crushed red pepper in here. Not very much. Alright. Then I'm going to put a teaspoon of cayenne pepper in here. Well, if I can get it open. I cut my fingernails off last night. Let me see if Alicia can get it. Yep, she got it. Alright, so a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Probably 3/4 of a teaspoon. I don't want it too hot. And I don't know about cumin. I think I will put a teaspoon of cumin in here. Well, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. Alright, then I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. Y'all know I really I'm not into garlic that much, but I'm going to go in and put 2 teaspoons of that in here. And even though I have got onions cooking in with the hamburgers and the green bell peppers, I am going to put some granulated onion powder in here. I'm going to put a whole teaspoon of that in here. I mean tablespoon. A whole tablespoon of granulated onion powder. Alright. Now just salt and pepper's the only thing left that I need to put in here. I'm going to put in, because I've got all the beans and the tomatoes, and this, it has no salt in it, and I'm going to need some salt. I'm going to put 1 heaping tablespoon of coarse, of kosher salt in here. Alright, and for pepper, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of coarse ground black pepper. Alright, I'm going to say 1.5. 1.5 teaspoons of coarse ground black pepper. Alright, now I'm going to stir this up and wait until the hamburger and the onions and all get ready. And then this big pot is going, I can't cook this on my NuWave. It's an aluminum pot and it will not cook on my NuWave. On a NuWave you've got to have stainless steel cookware or whatever. So I've got to cook this on my stove, which is a rarity indeed. I do not usually cook on my stove top, but I've got to cook this on there. And I'll bring you back when I put the hamburger and the onions and peppers in this big pot. So I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm back. All right, here's the hamburger. I'm going to get Alicia to pour it into this big pot, and then I'm going to stir it up, and then it's going in on the stove for, I don't know, I'm going to let it just simmer for an hour and a half or so, and when it gets done, well, I'll just let her go on, and you can go on and pour this in here. Remember, it's got that 3 pound, it's got that 3 pound, can, or not can, but bowl of chili sauce in here, plus the chili powders, and all this. It's a huge, huge pot of chili. And I think I'm going to put, I don't know, probably about a cup of water in here. And you can see this, and I know y'all are probably thinking that I'm crazy for cooking chili beans in this, and when it's hot outside, but gosh, I'm not one that thinks that you can only eat soup in the wintertime or chili beans in the wintertime. Whatever I, want to cook, and I need to get rid of some of these beans and some of the, tomatoes and stuff that I have, and so I'm gonna cook what I want to cook when I want to cook it. So like I said, I'm gonna go put this on the stove and cook this for a couple hours or so. I'm just gonna let it simmer, and then I'm gonna fix some of the Jiffy cornbread, and I will bring y'all back and we'll taste this, and hopefully it's gonna be really good.